I'm pretty giddy about this next segment. Most of you have heard about the popular book series, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. It's definitely a favorite series for me. So when we heard that Portland-based food blogger Chelsea Cole had put together a cookbook inspired by the popular series, we were all in. I was definitely in. Hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited. I never thought that, after the series was done, I'm like, what next? And now you have a cookbook for me.
You need more. You need a way, and so now you can just like cook and be in the world every night.
I love that you're just as obsessed with it. We were talking about how we got our moms to read it after we read it. It's the best. If you haven't read it, highly recommend. What are we making today? You're showing me from your latest cookbook.
Yes, so I'm going to get you started by melting the dark chocolate and butter together because we are making a chocolate torte that's inspired by the spring court. And so this is actually inspired, which, you know, if you read the series, this is a kind of a contentious thing. When Feyre first comes to the mortal realm, and she's kind of unsure if she can eat the food or not, and then she realizes it's safe for her to eat, and she kind of just goes nuts.
Yeah.
And Tamlin stops her from eating too much chocolate cake so she doesn't get a tummy ache. So we're making that chocolate torte right now.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
All of these have a little inspiration from the book. So that's your concept of the book, right?
Exactly, yes, yeah. So about 60% of the recipes are things that are mentioned right in the book. And then the other 40% are inspired by characters and places and like events and things like that. So
okay,
yeah.
It's all the chocolate supposed to go in at
all
once.
the chocolate, yep, and you'll whisk it. And so we're melting it together.
And this is important. You said the chocolate needs to be, what percentage is important for this?
You want really good dark chocolate, so you're looking for at least 60% dark chocolate.
Okay.
And then the butter, ideally like a higher fat butter, like a European butter is really nice, especially for baking in general, just hot tip.
That is a hot tip.
Yes,
I didn't know.
Yes, so look out for something like that when you're making this recipe.
Oh my gosh, it's everything to stop me from not just like taking spoonfuls
It's chocolate
of this
and butter.
chocolate. You're cracking egg. How many eggs? What's happening over there?
So unfortunately, this is an expensive dessert. It's 7 eggs.
7 eggs.
And because it's a flourless chocolate cake, essentially.
Okay.
So the eggs are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for us in this recipe.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be patient here as my butter is melting.
Yes.
And what do you have going on here? So there's water in the pot, and then you put the bowl over. Tell me about that concept.
So that's it's called double boiling. It's just a much gentler way to melt the chocolate versus if you were to have it directly on the heat or in the microwave or something like that, you risk burning it. And this is a really great way to make sure you just don't burn it.
Yeah, and then you don't have that like burnt chocolatey smell in your cake that no one really wants.
Yes.
This is looking decadent, delicious.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So this is one of 8 desserts in the book. It's technically, there's a whole section that's inspired by all the courts. And so this section is called 7 Courts, 8 Sweets, because there's technically like a hidden court. If you read this, I'm not going to.
I know we can't give no spoilers away.
Yes.
What are some other favorite recipes then in the book? Because it's not all desserts like you mentioned.
No. So there's several different recipes that I love. It's hard for me. It's like, you know, picking your favorite child in a way.
That's what I was going to say. That would be yes. Okay.
But one of my other favorite recipes in the book series, we know that Feyre's dad is a merchant. We don't know what he was necessarily a merchant of. For my purposes, I'm saying he was a merchant of spices. So, you know, that's what he was. And so I did a merchant's spice pie, and it's essentially a chicken pot pie, but it's really richly spiced, and it's really warm and comforting.
Yum.
I think that's one of my potential favorite recipes in the series.
And did you just come up with the cookbook concept because you loved the series and you're like, I need more? Or where was this idea? Where was it born from?
Yeah, so I had just finished my first reread, so my second time reading the book series all the way through. And I was like scrolling on my phone on a Friday night, as one does, and my cousin posted about her Sims cookbook. And I was like, Sims cookbook, like the computer game? What is this? Why is this a thing? Turns out there's tons of fan cookbooks, and you'll find fan cookbooks for Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. And I was like, there's no ACOTAR cookbook though, and there should be an ACOTAR cookbook.
There absolutely should.
And I should write it. So
and here we are.
That's how this happened.
Okay, what's next?
So now I'm going to turn off the heat, and you're gonna whisk in
lots of sugar. Yum.
What's a cake without sugar?
When you said flourless, I was like, okay, but not sugarless.
No. Yeah, these are gorgeous. They almost have a brownie-like texture. Like they're very, very decadent. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, when do the eggs come in the mix? When this is all mixed in?
Yes, once that's all mixed together, we're gonna add the eggs. I know, we're putting you to work.
I know,
over there.
I'm working over
Your
here.
morning
It's
workout.
gonna be worth it.
Yes,
okay.
oh totally.
Here we go. All the eggs, like
And
you
now
said.
7 eggs.
7 eggs. We continue
Perfect.
whisking, and it's important that the heat is off. You were saying during this
we don't
time,
want to
right?
scramble the eggs.
Oh.
then we'd have an entirely different dessert.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Perfect.
We're going.
And then if you just, there you go. I was gonna say, break up those yolks
you
and we're
tell
gonna be
me
good to go. Bossy
I'm
around a
clearly
little bit.
not like a huge baker, so please yell at me, Chelsea. Tell me what to do.
Perfect.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
And then as soon as we get that last egg mixed in,
good lord. Come on, little buddy.
we're using a springform pan for this.
Okay, and how long does this all bake?
So it's gonna bake at 375 for about a half hour. Luckily, we don't have to wait that long. I did bring one for us to try today. Yes.
Okay, so we'll get that in that
Is that cool enough for you to handle?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pour this in.
I guess I didn't even check. I was like, yeah, we're fine.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Totally.
That'd be like getting burned on live television.
TV.
No, I'm just kidding. We're good. Okay,
Perfect.
I gotta taste test this. And what are we looking for when it goes in, like when it's done baking? Are we sliding something in?
The top will be cracked. And so this is, on top here is a mint whipped cream. So mint infused whipped cream with fresh raspberries, just to bring in those springy feels.
Holy moly. So tasty.
Yeah, I love this one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The mint on there. Yum, yum, yum.
The New Day Northwest Kitchen is brought to you by Safeway.